Oregon State's still looking for their first win, and they host Houston tonight. They're around 2 touchdown underdogs, meaning they're likely to drop to 0-5, which is a pretty stunning thing to say. Not only because Oregon State had decent preseason expectations, but also because they're not even that bad of a team. Most people just looking at the record and box scores might just assume, oh, Malik Murphy must be bad, the defense must still be Swiss cheese, and that's probably why Oregon State's bad. But no, the offense is moving the ball pretty effectively still. The defense has been opportunistic at times. It's been a combination of a couple of things, a front-loaded schedule, and the fact that Oregon State has had the worst special teams in the country. They cannot execute an extra point out there. It is pathetic. But more than anything, it's this schedule. It did them absolutely no favors. They had to go on the road versus essentially 2 top 10 teams in the country in Texas Tech and Oregon based on what we've seen so far. Houston's a great team, and then Cal and Fresno State, both coin flip games. If they lose to Houston tonight, a lot of the focus will be on that game. But it's really the Fresno State game, and it's really the Cal game. They were at home in both those games. They were favored in both those games. Bad special teams, terrible turnovers, and just bad plays all around are what led to that. You look at their remaining schedule, Oregon State will be favored in at least 4 of these games. App State, Sam Houston, Tulsa, Lafayette. They could be favored in both Washington State games. That's 6 wins. That's a bowl game. The unfortunate part is you just don't know what psychologically starting 0-5 on the year does to a locker room. It could just derail the season. Oregon State could end up going 2-10. It's all a moot point. So then the conversation shifts to Trent Bray. Should he be fired? A lot of the Oregon State fan base is saying yes, he should be canned. I understand 0-4 is really ugly to look at. 0-5 is going to be even uglier, but the schedule is so front-loaded that I feel like we haven't even seen what kind of a team we have this year. There hasn't been like one back-breaking loss. The Fresno State game wasn't ideal, but if they can beat the remaining group of 5 schools in the schedule, all of which they'll be favored against, and then at least split versus Washington State, that's a game away from a bowl game. Anything else, a win over Houston tonight, a win over Wake Forest, that's just a cherry on top. Can Bray rally the troops, get the locker room back together, and do that? I think at the very least, you let him just go through the rest of the season. You see what you actually have, and then you can make an educated decision from there. I do think Oregon State could probably do better than what we're seeing right now, but you need to at least give the man a full season, a full year 2, to kind of see how this thing's going to go.